Hey everybody, I just wanted to give a quick update here in regards to the state of the 11th Moonion. As I had said previously in one of our other videos about a couple months ago, 2 months ago, something like that. It saddens me to announce that we're going to have to pretty much shut down indefinitely for right now. I'm not saying it's the end of 11th Moon, we're still going to be doing some other things, but in terms of coming up with daily videos or weekly videos or anything of that sort, it's just not going to happen. We don't have the time to put into it anymore. I'm working full-time, we're in different states, Brian has other things that he's doing right now. It's taking up a lot of his time. It's just extremely difficult to do in our current positions in life. So it is something we're going to have to shut down for a while. Like I said, that's pretty much going to shut down a lot of the YouTube aspects of things. So 11th Moon, 11th Moon 2, Colonel Burke Chronicles, things like that, those are pretty much going to stop for now. I still stream from time to time, and I stream on the 11th Moon channel. I haven't moved to a personal channel or anything like that, so it's still alive, and we'll still do some things. We'll still have a presence, but it's gonna be few and far between from here on out until something changes. If there's some new idea, a new thing that really invigorates us and really brings that ridiculous passion back for us to do it, by all means it's going to happen. But until then, it's just not going to happen. I know for me, this is going to be a big deviation from how I've played games for the past literally about 8 or 9 years now. I started streaming in 2008, and that changed the way I played. I played a lot of games with the intention of streaming, with the intention of having an audience and the intention for interaction. And that's what 11th Moon 2 really was. And then with the 11th Moon weeklies, those were, you know, sort of the same way, but it was us taking an analytical look at a game and really taking a big dive into it to find out everything about it in terms of, do you want to play this? Is this worth your money? And I'm taking a step away from that, me personally. I can only give my side of the story. I'm not saying this is how Brian feels. I'm saying this is how I feel on it. And what really got me thinking that way is I got to see a couple of people sit through, and they loaded up the Master Chief Collection, which I'm sure a lot of you have noticed. I'm obsessed with the Halo series and I love everything about the universe. But it was really kind of a crazy thing because they loaded it up and I'm watching these guys play through, and they had never played Halo 2 before, and the first time they're playing it is on the Master Chief Collection. And that's crazy to me. Not like, oh my god, they're dumb. It's just, it's been so long since I've had that feeling with a game. They were going through and marveling at things. Not just like, oh, these are updated graphics for this series or anything like that. Oh, it's the Master Chief Collection, I played Halo 2. Like, they were going through the whole game and had no idea what was coming next. And I feel like I haven't had that for a long time. I feel like it's been, for sure, 4 years, the entirety of 11th Moon 2, where I haven't really felt that about playing a game. Everything I was like, okay, let's record this. Let's record this, let's get this down, and I would play a character of myself, an exemplified, an amplified, an exaggerated version of me while I played games. And it was fun. I'm not saying I don't enjoy doing that. I absolutely love doing it. You know, the bits where Mike and I would always make fun of Brian or purposely pick on him in games, and all the different fun things we would do during 11th Moon 2 recordings and during streams and all that stuff. Like, I love doing it. It was a lot of fun. But seeing these two guys, they went through and played Halo 2 for the first time, and watching them and the wonderment of it, and it really made me miss that. It made me miss that feeling of playing through a game and just being enveloped by it. Just having nothing else really matter besides that game. I've been playing through, like I said, Master Chief Collection a lot, trying to 100% it in terms of achievements, and I'm nearly there. But I know everything about that game. I know everything about all 4 of those games, pretty much. Halo 4 somewhat excluded, but other than that, I know every nook and cranny of that game, of those games, of that series. And all the games I've been playing so far, I've known about. I've played through before. I'm obviously playing through new games. We went through Dying Light. We're going to be picking up the Handsome Jack collection for Borderlands, and I never really played through Borderlands 2. I played through Borderlands 2, but not as intensely as others and whatnot, but it still wasn't a game for me to experience. I mean, the two big games I'm playing right now are MLB 15 and the Master Chief collection in terms of what's taken up a majority of my time. And those aren't new. And I haven't had that feeling in a long time. I'm coming back to, I'm not saying anything against sequels, that's just, what I'm saying is I'm missing that majesty of playing through a game and it enveloping me. Playing through a game that's new. I'm not saying a new genre or new, something else that, like, nobody's done this before. I mean, it might be a first-person shooter, it might just be a platformer. It might be this, it might be that, and maybe it's just because I've got so much experience under my hood for gaming now. I've got so much games that I've played. I've played the, point-and-click adventures, to first-person shooters, to platformers, to puzzle games, to turn-based strategies, and so it's hard to be like, holy crap, this is something new. This storyline hasn't been seen before because, I mean, just as humans as we are, we're just a culmination of experience and memories, and now that we have stuff to base it off of, that wonderment isn't there because it's not new. It's harder to get that newer feeling because, you know what, this is kind of derivative of Game A, Game B, Movie C, Book D, whatever it is. But just watching through these two guys play the Master Chief collection, they were playing Halo 2, and they didn't know where to go. They're looking, they're like, okay, what do we do next? And for me, I'm sitting there, in my head I'm going, oh my gosh, initially I was going, this is so slow. I know exactly where to go, where the enemies are going to pop out, their spawns with the ratio, the RNG factor of it, the random number generator factor of the percentages of what enemy type is going to spawn, their rank, and how much shielding they're going to have. That's how I've been playing games. It's been so analytical, and I've missed playing games without an audience, without knowing everything, without worrying about, am I being entertaining, and not just letting the game entertain me, and not just sitting back and enjoying this medium. That's the route I had to start taking with movies, and I know it's a possible thing to do. With movies, Brian and I got so over analytical about like comic book movies. How close is it adapted to its original characters from the books or from previous series, from the cartoons or whatever other source they've had before. It started ruining it for me, where every movie was, out of a 10, I could only give it a 3 or a 4 because it deviated so much from its source material, to where I remember we went in to see X-Men First Class, and I told Brian, I was like, I'm going to watch this knowing this is a universe based off of these characters I know. They're not going to be the same. They're not going to have the same attitudes. They're not going to have the same personalities. It's going to be a universe based off that. And I need to start doing that with gaming. I need to start playing these games with the intent of just, let's just have fun. Like, why am I taking it so seriously? And it's not like I went competitive with every single thing out there. That's not how I've done it. I just am always looking, like, what's the best way and the best roadmap for getting all of the achievements? What is the best way to efficiently play this game? Instead of, hey, let me just go on this, as Aladdin would say, magic carpet ride of playing this game. And I want to get back to that. And with the last 4 years being so calculated and the purpose being for entertainment with 11th Moon and 11th Moon 2, and then the last 9 years, I think it is now, of streaming, where it wasn't a, it's going to be, still it's entertainment, and I would take a little bit more of a sit-back approach, but I'm talking during the game. During cutscenes, I might kind of answer some questions, might respond to some people. I'm going to take a step back. I want to get back to playing games for fun and for entertainment. You know, I want to get, instead of playing, I guess I feel like I've been playing trying to get my $60 worth. If I was buying a new game, yeah, I need to play this enough to get my $60 worth, trying to be efficient, trying to be effective. And instead of just playing it and getting my $60 worth by just enjoying it. I want to get back to that. That's one of the big reasons why it's a tough decision to, or it's made the tough decision a little easier with us halting 11th Moon 2 for a while. It's tough with Brian and I scheduled to do this anymore. Chris would bank in and do some things, and the Colonel Burke Chronicles being an offshoot of that, we use that to show some speedrun, not guides, but just kind of playthroughs, honest playthroughs of how the average Halo player might be able to get some achievements and stuff. I want to take a step back, and I want to play games for me again. I want to be able to go through and just get some random games that I'm not really sure about and play through for fun, and not try and be analytical of how could they have improved this. You know, not have the get it together game designers thought process. I want to get away from that. I want to get back to playing games, to enjoying games. And one of the steps for me to do that is going to be not to, do 11th Moon 2 anymore. And our schedules just kind of helped me make that decision. So I do apologize for any of you that used to watch every single day at roughly 6 o'clock when those things, 6 o'clock Eastern, when those things would release. Or, at night, or watch it while they were cleaning, or doing whatever daily chore in the background, whatever we might be. I apologize for that. I'm not saying we're gone forever. There's a chance we could be back. But for now, we're not going to be. We do still stream, though. Stay tuned to hitbox.tv/11th Moon, spelled out as you always see it. I'll be streaming from that every once in a while when we're doing something that's worth streaming. I don't know how often that's going to be from here on out. I usually try and do it 2 or 3 times a week just because I'm playing Master Chief Collection, and it's a chance for me and some older friends to get back together and kind of sit down and talk. This online community that we've created, the 50, 60, 100 people or so that are involved with 11th Moon, Nar Yeti, Daisy Gaming, the 3 that kind of started it all. I want to keep that core group together so we can hang out and see what's going on with each other's lives and be a part of each other's social media and anything that might be going on in terms of multimedia, YouTube, streaming, whatever it might be. But thanks for the ride that we've had so far for 11th Moon, for watching our 2.5 years worth of 11th Moon 2 videos, for being there for all the goofy videos to start things off, and of course all the streams that we had, going through and counting Brian's deaths on Skyward Sword while he flailed majestically with that controller. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.